Hello everyone and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3 A to Z, the series where we will be playing as every independent realm in the 1066 start date in Crusader Kings 3 in alphabetical order. Last time we had our first game and our first successful game playing as Olamide of Abome here, where we successfully died without anyone inheriting our kingdom, because that's exactly what Olamide wanted. And today we go to the second realm alphabetically, the Kingdom of Abyssinia, down here in the Horn of Africa region. We'll be playing as Yemrihana. So with that said, let's get into it. Now, as many of you may know, Abyssinia is one of the only Coptic nations or Coptic realms in the 1066 start date here in CK3, and they are most definitely the only independent kingdom that is Coptic in this start date. There is Damat and Showa over here, and those two are Coptic, as well as Gojam here, but those are all duchies. So we are the only independent kingdom here in the 1066 start date that follows the Coptic faith. And as such, I would say our goal is pretty simple and our obligations are clear. We are clearly the foremost Coptic realm in the world, and as such, it is our responsibility to save Pope Christodoulos here from his subjugation at the hands of the infidels. Yes, that is right. The Coptic papacy is currently controlled not by the Coptic faith itself. No, it rests here in Alexandria. And Alexandria is under the control of the Fatimids, who are, of course, Muslim. So I would say our goal for this game is going to be to free Alexandria from Muslim rule and to save the Coptic Pope. Now, we actually want to start out in the worst position overall here as Abyssinia. Obviously, our troop count is roughly half that of the Fatimids. We won't be fighting them right away, but we do have a kingdom title, and we do have a couple of neighbors here, like I mentioned, who are also Coptic. And fortunately, both of these guys right away would actually accept vassalization. One of them for normal, and one of them for low feudal obligations. So that's great. That's something we can do right away. Go ahead and expand our realm a little bit. We also start off with only the one son here, which is a great position to be in. Only having the one son means that we don't have to worry about any sort of succession stuff, no splitting of our realm. Yorimahe here does start with Whole of Body, so we might be playing as him for a while, but I guess we will see. I will go ahead and do the medicine focus. Why not? Let's get as much time out of our first ruler here as we can. And we even start out with a dynasty legacy, which I will definitely be going House of Warriors. This is going to be a very war-heavy goal we have, and we might even have to fight outnumbered. Let's also go ahead and see if we can't find a good spouse for our heir here and pick up an alliance. We can ally Alodia here, and I'm going to say that is a pretty good alliance. We don't plan on fighting Alodia. They're pretty strong. And you know what, maybe right now already me and him together could go ahead and fight the Fatimids by ourselves. Let's let these vassalizations come in and see if there's anyone else we can vassalize as well, because that would be just lovely. There we go. Both of those guys have accepted, and it does not look like we can vassalize anyone else. I would have loved to be able to vassalize Damat. He's not that far off. We aren't his rightful liege, but let's see if we can make him like us a bit more. Maybe that'll be something we can get going too. So, interesting thing I just noticed about our starting character here, I actually start with the perk that allows me to embrace celibacy. So, I also start unmarried. My plan was to just not get married, because, you know, you don't want another son, but I can actually pick up another alliance via betrothal. Or at least I thought I could. I just clicked. Okay, so we need to abandon celibacy, and I can actually pick up another alliance via betrothal with Damat here. Kind of weird, kind of creepy, but if it makes them like me more and I can vassalize them, then that would just be great. I would love to be able to just vassalize Damat real quick. But sadly, I still cannot. We'll keep getting his opinion up and see if we can get it there. But for the time being, it doesn't hurt to have them as an ally. Now, another little thing I noticed is that our kingdom title actually, de jure, contains this guy right here right now. Now, he's not going to be very happy about it, but I would say that doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and take this. Let's get our realm expanded a little bit more. Best commander is not that good, but it should be fine anyway. We actually start off with siege weapons, which is lovely. We've got a nice little army here. At the start of the game, which is not bad at all. No military engineers either, sadly, so we'll just have to march them in, out. Shouldn't matter too much, should be a pretty easy war. Now, another thing of note is we are kind of surrounded on a lot of different sides by tribal kingdoms. All these kingdoms here are tribal, even though Hike has some of our de jure in it. It's tribal, so we don't necessarily want to be picking up tribal land because it's not the best thing for us. We can't really do much with tribal land. The Petty Kingdom of Axum here, they are not tribal, so this is some good stuff to grab. However much the guy might hate me for vassalizing him. So I'll see you when this war's over. Shouldn't take too long. And after a small battle, that is 100% in that war, so let's go ahead and enforce our demands. And there we go. So now this guy is our vassal. Once again, he's not going to be very happy about it, but, you know, he'll get over it eventually. I think. We'll see. He wants a council position, and fortunately, I am more than happy to go ahead and offer him one of those, because I did not have a good marshal. So we'll see if we can patch this relationship up eventually. Hey, you want to let me teach your kid, maybe? No? He's not far off, you know. We'll see if we can make that happen. That would be an easy way to convert him. Right now, though, I'm going to focus on swaying Damat, because I definitely think we can get him to accept vassalage, which that's going to be great. Now, I am going to go ahead and use some of this money I've saved up to go on a pilgrimage, because I could really use the piety. We're going to be doing a lot of holy wars, because there's a lot of infidels surrounding us. So let's go ahead and go... Well, Alexandria would make the most sense. You know what? I won't take the max. I won't min-max it. I'll go to Alexandria because that makes the most sense for what we're doing in this campaign. We'll go say hi to the Coptic Pope that we're planning to save. And with one more round of swaying on Damat complete, they will actually accept vassalage with low feudal obligations. So that is nice. We're just expanding and expanding. We're not even going to war for it, which is, you know, you'd love to see that, being able to expand without even going to war. And guess what? My steward, he was bad. So I'm more than happy to go ahead and replace him with our newly gain vassal there. I wonder if this guy... Okay, as we say, would this guy accept vassalization? He will definitely not. But it was a nice stream. We might even be able to get this guy to accept vassalage. We probably could. There's this one more Coptic ruler here, which I wouldn't mind grabbing. Because why not? But we're looking pretty good already, actually. I think it's about time we start pushing to the north. And there's only one guy here in our way, so why not go ahead and get ready to declare war on him? Well, not one guy, there's this guy too. But let's get this guy out of the way first. This is the first obstacle we have to clear. No allies. I think I'm happy to take the one county from him just to get a border here. Not that you need borders in CK3, but I would like to have a nice little border all the way up there to where we're heading. What do I need for the duchy level war, though? I only need level of devotion 2. And we're about there. So you know what, we'll wait for that to happen, and then we'll go ahead and declare that war. And also another small development here, after just granting him, granting that guy I vassalized more duchy he should have had anyway, he's more than happy to let me educate his son. Unfortunately, he won't actually let me check the convert phase button, but you know what, I can still educate his son and make sure he'll be a nice and content vassal when he comes of age. And here we go, just hit the next level of devotion, and with that, I would say it's time to go ahead and take all this guy's land. This should be a really quick and easy war, so I will check back in once we've done that. And after capturing this guy's son when sieging his capital, that's an end to this war. Nice and easy, just like I said. And also, the realm that was to this guy's immediate north seems to have split up. So, shouldn't be too hard to get a lot of that land in one chunk either. Unfortunately, this is feudal lands. Tribal lands that we're taking. But, you know, it is what it is. We'll grant that out to a knight. He'll remain a knight in everything. And he'll get the rest of this as well at some point. Might go for this guy too, just so we can have this whole duchy under our control. But let's see what CBs we are going to have. Could take all of him at once. What about this guy? Could take everything we need off this guy. So actually we're going to go for this real quick. And once again, I'll be back when this war's over. A lot of wars just pushing to the north in this episode of A to Z. And once again, quick and easy war. I actually captured a bunch of his family when I already had 100% war score anyway. So I was able to milk him for like 200 gold as well. But there we go. That's another war over. And we're continuing to push to the north. All of those are going to go over to this guy. Real easy. And then we now have Nakis here to our north. Now, problem with these guys is... well, we can't take them all in one go like we've been doing with everyone else because they have 2 duchies within their realm here. There's another one up here to the north, which is going to be a bit annoying. But we can still take this one and then probably do a bit of expansion on the side and wait out a truce. I wouldn't be that opposed to switching out of this focus momentarily when I can to go diplomacy. and try to get defensive negotiations. So I could try to ally this guy right here of Mercuria. He's very big, and if we were fighting the Fatimids with me, him, and Elodia, I think it would be an easy win. And also, upon further consideration, I don't know if I want to push all the way and get a nice, like, connection. I just, the goal is to save the Coptic Pope, right? We don't necessarily have to have our land all the way connected. Yeah, that's going to be a lot of wars with the Fatimids, but we'll see what we can do. For the meantime, we're going to, I think, just go ahead and declare this war on this guy for this duchy of Nikis. And once again, it'll be an easy war. No drama there. He has no allies or anything, so I'll be back with you when it's over. And while I was fighting that very easy war that's going very well, a lovely development here. We have cancer, so that's great. We do have whole of body, which will probably... Yeah, I'm still feeling fine despite the cancer, so I'll just go with no more than necessary. But, succession should be smooth. We should be fine, but it is a bit annoying that I do have cancer. So I'm still feeling fine, so, maybe we'll have a chance to get this done in one lifetime anyway. We'll see. And there we go. That's another war successfully won. This time we have picked up a couple of vassals. We'll have a simple little contest here, which is whichever one is more likely to convert is the one that gets all the land. I think it's probably going to be this guy who's more likely to convert, so let's go ahead and see if we can't have him. We'll give him a county. I'll probably make him like me a bit more. We'll even send him a little bit of money. And 93% chance he will accept. That's great. Let's wait for it to happen. There we go. And if I ever hand off that duchy, it will be handed off to him. Now, I know I have cancer, but I have gone ahead and switched over to foreign affairs focus with the hope of getting defensive negotiations, because getting that alliance with Mercuria would be really good. I think in his sickness now, Yamrahina might be feeling the urgency, and he might just go straight for Alexandria. We don't know, because, well, fighting another war with these guys would be tough. We could try to kill him, but that's probably not going to happen. Actually, what I could do real quick, I do have his secondary spouse in prison, so maybe if I release her for a hook, and then I do a murder scheme against him, maybe I can get her in on it, and she'll add a lot of success chance. And in fact, I can. So maybe we can go ahead and kill him, and that'll actually make it a lot easier, but yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I would say, meantime, while we're waiting for that murder scheme to fire, and to maybe get a alliance with Mercuria, let's go ahead and clean this up, declare war on this guy. Once again, no allies, so this should be super easy, and I'll let you know when we finish it off this guy as well. And that was actually super easy. Evidently his mother was living in the county that wasn't his capital, so I didn't have to siege his capital. We just got one siege, and that war was over. So there we go. Borders are looking a little bit nicer, and both of those, I believe, yes, they do go over to this guy right here. So it's another successful war. Borders looking good, and we're still just waiting to murder this guy, and maybe get an alliance with Mercuria so we can prepare to fight the Fatimids. And exactly as you would expect with this expansion I've been doing, we are having a little bitty tiny peasant uprising. Nothing irregular, so I will very quickly put down the peasants as you do. That shouldn't be anything too hard at all, unless my army's not going to raise properly. Okay, there we go. That was almost bad, but let's just do a little bit of peasant murder. Hopefully we only have to kill this one army and he's not going to teleport over to the other army. Also, I just inherited something I don't want. Let's see. Yeah, because I gave all that land to this guy who then died in that battle that I'm just fighting now, I'm guessing. So let's just give that all to this guy. And we'll give this province over as soon as we beat up this peasant army. Love when you have a little peasant revolt and it kills one of your vassals. Oh, and look at this. We have the murder scheme firing as well. Hope you're not afraid of spiders. And it failed, so I'm going to do it again. Great. I feel like it never wins the first time. And, of course, he has gone ahead and teleported over to the second peasant army. So I'll get this peasant rebellion wrapped up, and should be no issue. That's bye-bye to the peasant man, because I can't be bothered to recruit him. And here we go, back to try this murder scheme again. At this point it's taken so long, I probably almost don't have a truce with him anymore. 17 months left. But let's see if we can get it to work this time. And this time it did work, not even detected. They are currently defending in a war against these guys to take this one county here. But I am still going to go ahead and declare my war anyway. Our army's gotten a bit bigger. I got a few gifts coming in, so I have upped my army a decent bit, and we're looking pretty good. We only need this one county, so we'll just go for that. And once again, should be a super easy war. Now, a little idea I've had, if I can get up to Paragon of Virtue, I could just do a kingdom level war, kingdom level holy war against the Fatimids. And that would be really good. We're still working towards getting an alliance with Mercuria. Hopefully with that perk, we have cancer, but we're still fine. So I'm thinking we try to get the perk to get us an alliance, get an alliance with Mercuria, and then we go back to theology focus. Try to stack piety, kingdom level holy war against the Fatimids, Coptic Pope free. But that's the plan, and I'll be back once we have wrapped up this war to get a border with the Fatimids. Just finished up our war that we're in. Forgot to show the ending of that one. My bad. But interesting development here. The Fatimids are currently defending against a dissolution war, and a pretty competitive one too. Now, of course, we know the AI has issues, coalescing when their strength comes in numbers from a bunch of allies. As we are, we're getting ransoms from that guy we just beat. But in this case, it's really interesting because if they dissolve, I don't know. I guess I'll just go for Alexandria then. Them dissolving would not be the best for me because then I could not take all of the land I need all at once. But if they do, I'll probably just go straight for Alexandria and go ahead and wrap this challenge up. But there's our last perk for the diplomacy tree. Well, not our last, the only other one I want, where we will go ahead and switch over to theology focus. And can we get an alliance here with these guys? We can. As a matter of fact, we can. So that is a very strong Coptic alliance. Can't attack him for the Kingdom level Holy War that I would like to yet. But we'll see what happens with the Dissolution War, and if I end up getting enough piety before the Dissolution War, if the Dissolution War fails, we will go for the Kingdom level Holy War. And a lovely little event we're having here, we get the opportunity to pick up Herbalist. I could get 100 piety, but I think Herbalist is going to be better. It gives me +2 learning, which will increase my piety gain per month. And also the disease resistance health boost will help counteract my cancer, so that should help me live a little bit longer still. Alright, so small update. The Dissolution War did fire and they won, but it only ended up with like 3 or 4 guys breaking free. So that was really nothing to worry about at all. Plan should still be to save up enough piety to do a kingdom level war and take all of this land all at once. And here we are a bit later after some waiting around. Our health has flipped over to poor, sadly. But we did survive long enough to get another pilgrimage off. So we're definitely going to do that, and we're going to go for as long as possible this time. We do have a very long to Antioch, so we're going to do Antioch, and we're going to hope that this gets us enough piety to do our Kingdom level Holy War. We are currently a little over 1,000 off, so here's hoping we can actually get that Holy War started. As long as we can get it started and call all of our allies in, that's all that matters. If we die in the middle, the war will still keep going on. So let's hope this pilgrimage gets us where we need to be. So here we are, finished our pilgrimage, and unfortunately I think that's going to be just short of what I need, but we should get there before too much longer. We do have Know Thyself in the learning tree, so we will be aware of when we're about to die. I could hold court and see if that gets any piety event, might do that, and I can also get this event. I believe you can get piety from this event by you cannot. Okay, well, we'll say no to that. But a few interesting developments. The woman I betrothed my son to is now the Duchess, or the High Chiefess of Alodia. So I'll be getting that via inheritance, I suppose. And also our ally Mercuria formed the Kingdom of Nubia. So just a couple of interesting developments there while we wait for just that little bit more piety we need to declare this Kingdom level Holy War. And just like I said, hold court, and I get a lovely little event here where I can get the Sandals of Jesus in addition to 250 piety. So that gets us right up to where I need to be. I can raise a kid, sure, why not? And what else here? I'll invite another kid to my court. And there we go. With that all done, we are actually now ready to go ahead and declare this Kingdom level Holy War on the Fatimids. We've got all of our allies still, and they're all pretty strong. We have Nubia, we have Alodia, we have me. He only has 1 ally here, and it's this guy over here with almost no troops. So, I know relying on the AI can be risky, but they should be a dub. Should be able to win this one. I'll show a lot more of this war, because obviously this is where things actually start to get intense. So basic strategy, we're going to want to wait a little bit to let our allies get in. They will, of course, be raising in their capital. Would also need to call them into the war as well. That would also be helpful. So go ahead and call both of them in. I will, let's see. I will get money from the Coptic Pope we're about to save. He's paying for his own rescue here because our army does put us into a little bit of debt there. We also have a little court event. Let's just go. We do not have a court event. Sorry, I forgot to put the sandals of Jesus on display. Let me do that. And both of our allies are in, as well as his single ally. Where is Nubia? Oh, I forgot. Nubia is currently helping the Byzantines in a war. So they're probably going to be a bit late getting in, sadly. But Mercuria and me alone, I think, will be enough. He's not hired any mercenaries. He can't hire any mercenaries. It's just one-on-one. I believe Nubia's troops are, yes, they're up in the Byzantine Empire. So here's hoping they stop that and come help me. It doesn't look like they're doing that. That's unfortunate, but I needed to get this war declared ASAP. So let's see if we can't go ahead and... So we're going to let our ally get in. This is Desert Mountains. So if we could get a good attack in on him before he finishes that siege and get the defensive advantage from that, that would be just fantastic. Does have a 24 advantage commander. I think with me and my ally in, we'll win this fight. Let's see. Come on in, ally. You need to hurry up. 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 Uh-oh. Is he going to get in time? I think he'll get in time, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. He just didn't get in time. Oh, no, he did get in time. He did get in time. Okay, great. And that'll be a win. Oh, that is like the barest margin I've ever seen for a victory. Wow, that was a really close one. Okay. But with that, I think we'll be pretty good here. Let's just start getting the sieges going. We do have a military engineer. 90. Let's see. Do I have any... Let's see if I have any unmarried female courtiers. I do not. Okay, well, I'm not going to pay 90 for a military engineer. It is what it is. But yeah, so now it'll be a bit of sieging, and if anything interesting happens, I'll be back. Alright, so it looks like this might be the situation we're settling into. I was about to say it looks like the Fatimids are content to siege race me. They're having a bit of indecisiveness. I was going to say if they want to sit on that siege and we're just going to siege race, fine. But Nubia's in. This war should be a walkover now, especially if the Fatimids are just going to bumble back and forth as the AI loves to do. The AI loves a bit of bumbling. But yeah, if anything interesting happens, I'll be back. With Nubia in, this should be an easy walkover war, and we should be able to go ahead and save the Coptic Pope, as was the goal for this video. Another big battle incoming with all my allies. They should all but crush the Fatimid army. Oh, we killed the commander. Yeah, this is a roll. And there we go. We captured someone, and that is the war over. Go ahead and enforce demands on that, and look at that. Big Abyssinia, and I'd say, ladies and gentlemen, that means we have gone right ahead and successfully saved the Coptic Pope. Wait, what? It says... Why is he still a vassal of... Hello? Okay, it says he's still a vassal. Does he give it like a month to update or something? Maybe? I don't understand why he would still be... Is it because Alexandria is still controlled by a pagan? Let's try to get him to convert, maybe? Get a weak hook? Sure. Is he good now? Nope, he's still... well, you know what? I'm gonna call that a success anyway. I think the game's just bugging a bit right now. For some reason, it's not saying that the Coptic Pope has been freed when he absolutely has been freed. I don't think there's a decision or anything. Annoyingly, I feel like there should be. But I'm going to call that a success and say we freed the Coptic Pope. There's no reason he should still be a vassal of the Fatimids. Clearly, if you can't find a location on the Coptic Pope, but it does say his title is right here in Alexandria. So I'm going to say capturing Alexandria for Abyssinia and for Coptic Christianity is a success, and we did free the Coptic Pope. But yeah, I would call that another successful episode, and next time we'll be playing as the Kingdom of Africa. They don't exist right now, but they will in the 1066 start date. They are this kingdom title here, And if you have any ideas for the Kingdom of Africa for the next A to Z episode, put them in the comments, and maybe that's what I'll end up doing. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.